Why would the world hate a man who trusted God with his life? Derek West asks. In this video, we unpack that question through the Psalms of David. Betrayal, mockery, and a faith so rooted it turned sorrow into everlasting joy. Stay with us as we reveal how David's trials teach the secret of righteousness by faith, and why those same lessons matter for believers today, even when friends, family, and church oppose you. Will you stand like David? Watch on to learn how. Welcome to Mustard Seed Reflections, where we will continue to reflect upon the work and publications of the Mustard Seed Advent. Today, we're highlighting the powerful teachings from Derek West's audio study, Authentication, Part 3, A. Psalms of David, January 1st, 2010. This study serves as a critical lens to understand the reality of our faith walk today. For a deeper dive, you can find the original audio study on his website, The Mustard Seed Advent, at www.mustardseedadvent.com. A shocking reality confronts us. The world's conflict with Christ stems from its total ignorance of him, an ignorance now ending. Through the prophetic ministry of Derek West, the son of David and Mustard Seed, the ancient promise is fulfilled. As the elect of God and the one like unto Moses, he has been raised up in the last day, whose mission is to finally reveal the full, authenticated identity of Christ by building a house for him. This is the authentic, definitive knowledge the world has lacked, and the time for its public unveiling is today. This divine authentication is the only way to reconcile a world out of sync with Christ, and we celebrate that this vital revelation is happening in this generation. David's universal hatred and authentication of truth. David's experience in the Psalms is not merely historical poetry, it's an authentication of the walk of faith for the anointed. Derek West repeatedly emphasizes that David was the target of universal hatred. This hatred was so intense, even the church members had contempt for him. Why was David so despised? Derek West clearly states the reason. David was hated because he trusted in the Lord. This theme is powerfully supported by the very words of the Psalms. Psalm 2:2. The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed. Psalm 22:6-8. David says, But I am a worm and no man, a reproach of men, and despised of the people. All they that see me laugh me to scorn. They shoot out the lip, they shake the head, saying, He trusted on the Lord, that he would deliver him. Let him deliver him, seeing he delighted in him. Psalm 25:19. Consider mine enemies, for they are many, and they hate me with cruel hatred. Derek West asks us to consider, what is the benefit of knowing that people could not stand David? The teaching is that your blessings are made manifest by your victory over your enemies. This universal opposition proves that the world is out of sync with Christ, and therefore out of sync with righteousness. Leaving infancy for understanding. A major learning Derek West extracts from the Psalms is the call to move past spiritual infancy. The psalmist provides a remedy for the folly and foolishness that comes from a lack of understanding. David writes in Psalm 32:9, Be ye not as the horse or as the mule, which have not understanding, whose mouth must be held in with bit and bridle, lest they come near unto thee. Derek West interprets this by saying we must stop being mule-headed and get some understanding. This resonates with the Apostle Paul's words on spiritual maturity. 1 Corinthians 13:9-10. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when that which is perfect is come, then that which is in part shall be done away. Hebrews 5:13-14. For everyone that useth milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe. But strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age, even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. The teaching here is clear. You cannot discern between good and evil if you're still imbibing on the milk. Our faith requires experience to become instinctive in ways of righteousness. We must practice it to live out righteousness by faith. the day of rejoicing and eternal joy. Despite the hatred and suffering, David's experience is ultimately one of hope and eternal joy. David prophesied of a time when the godly would pray because Christ's true identity, which Derek West refers to as the full identity of Christ, would be uncovered. Psalm 32:6, For this shall everyone that is godly pray unto thee in a time when thou mayest be found. This future joy is guaranteed because the Lord works to save and restore his people. Psalm 35:27, Let them shout for joy and be glad that favour my righteous cause. Yea, let them say continually, Let the Lord be magnified, which hath pleasure in the prosperity of his servant. Psalm 16:11, Thou wilt show me the path of life. In thy presence is fullness of joy. At thy right hand there are pleasures for evermore. David's promise is affirmed by Christ himself. John 16:20, Ye shall be sorrowful, but your sorrow shall be turned into joy. Derek West teaches that the day when your enemies are cast aside is here upon you. It's time to prepare to shout and to dance for joy. Do you agree that strong opposition is often a sign you're truly standing on God's side? Share your thoughts below. What are you doing today to practice righteousness by faith so you can be prepared for the day of eternal joy? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for reflecting with us on Derek West's study of the Psalms. Remember, the path of the Son of David is one of struggle against a world that hates the truth, but it leads directly to victory over our enemies and everlasting joy in the Lord. If you want to hear the full audio for yourself, go to www.mustardseedadvent.com and listen to Authentication Part 3A, Psalms of David, January 1st, 2010. Please share your thoughts below. Which of these teachings would you like us to unpack in a follow-up video? Please subscribe, like, comment, and share this video if you want to support this channel. Stay tuned for our next video where we will continue to explore more revelations from Derek West's teachings as we grow together in understanding and faith. See you next time and have the most blessed day.